Welcome, my name is Madan. This video is continuation of our previous video on performing database CRUD operations from ASP.NET Core. In our previous video, we created our pet controller class and implement the methods to interact with the view and the pet repository class. In this video, we are going to create the views for this pet controller so that the user can interact with the pet repository through pet controller. So let's create the view for the pet controller. So click on view and create a new folder called pet. The name of this folder should match with the name of the controller, pet controller, without the suffix controller. So if it is pet controller, then this should be pet. So in our pet controller, we have defined index method, details, new, and delete. So we need to create the view whose name is equivalent to the whose name should match the name of the actions in our controller. So let's create the first view called index.cshtml, and let's also create another view details.cshtml, and let's also create another view new.cshtml. So we have created three view, and this has extensions of CSHTML, which represents the HTML embedded, the C# code embedded within the HTML file. So this three view has a name same to the name of the methods in the controller. And so we have index view, details view, and new view, and we don't need view to delete the page, so we haven't created the delete view here. So let's implement the index view. So what our controller tells is that it returns the list collections of the pet to our view. Since if we go to the pet repository and see the get all pets method, then what this returns is the list of a pet. So this pet here is the collections of the pet, more than one pet. So our view should accept the list of the pet from our controller. So we have to define the model for our view by using the keyword model, and this view should accept the list of the pet that is passed from the controller. So the model would be list of pet. Let's give it a simple name, and all pets from database. And here I'm going to create the table to display the list of pet from database table. So here in our model we have collection of the pets. So to display the pets, we need to create the loop and get each pet and write each pet to the table row of a table. So let's create a table t head and tr. We have say name of a pet. Let's go to the pet model and see what properties we have: id, name, age, and color. So let's tell this as a id and tt name, and another heading column would be age, and another heading would be color. And let's make table body, and in table body we are going to display all the pairs from the database table. And so we are going to loop over the collection of the pairs and display each pet into each row of the table. So here we need to run the loop, C# loop for each. Let's declare variable pet in model. This model represents the list of the pet that is passed to this view from the controller index action. So here this loop gives us each individual pet from the collection of the pet. Now we have to construct the row table row using this pet. So let's do tr, and in this tr we're making 4 td. Let's copy this, and here in order to access the pet variable we need to use @sign @pet dot, we are going to display id there, @pet dot name, @pet dot age, and @pet dot color. So with this our index view is ready, and this view will display all the pets that are in our database table. So let's implement our another view called new.cshtml, and if we go to our controller and see the new action, this new action will return the pet model instance of a pet model pet object. So the model for our new view should be pet. We need to create the form here, and we need to define the action, which action this form should post to. This form should post the pet to the new method of our controller, and this method will only respond to the post action. So let's ASP action is new and method equal to post, and we can also say define ASP controller here, so we can give it a pet, but this parameter is optional here since this view is returned by pet controller. So if we do not specify ASP controller, it is gonna post back this form to the pet controller by itself. So here we can create the 4 input field to provide ID 3 input field to provide name, age, and color to our pet, since ID is automatically generated by the database. Since this MVC demo project has already included Bootstrap CSS, it's in the layout.cshtml file, so it has already included bootstrap.css when we scaffold the new project at the beginning, so we can use Bootstrap here. So I'm just gonna use create the division div class equal to form group, just to make our interface a little bit nicer, and can say label ASP for, and this label is for name, and input ASP4. This input is for the name property of our model. Name property of our model. This name of the property and what we write here should match. And let's give it a class of form control. And let's copy this. Alright, and this is for the age. This is for color, and we're going to make a submit button here. Input type equal to submit, value equal to set pet, and let's give it a class of btn 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 dash primary bootstrap class. So let's add this, and our new form is ready to go. So okay, now let's implement our details view. And if we head over to our controller and see the details action, what this detail action return is the pet, single pet. So the model for the detail action should be a pet at the rate model is our pet model, and we can say pet details, and let's display our pet in a simple paragraph at the rate. So the pet that is passed from our controller is available in the capital model with capital M, model.name. Also if you want to display id, model.id, and let's copy this, command C, and here we are going to display name, age, and color. So this will display the pet details to the user. And one thing I forgot to do in new form is that we need to create the hidden field for the ID of the pet. So IMP input ESP4 ID type equal to hidden, and we don't need to provide any value to this. Let's save this. So alright, that's it for today now, and I'll see you soon in next video session, and we'll complete our CRUD operations in that video session. Thanks for watching.